What is going on, everybody? Joey here, Joey Hacker Experiment. What's happening? Thank you for tuning in, being part of the podcast. I sure really do appreciate it. A little bit is this podcast is going to be kind of tossed a little bit, and I hope that you understand, and I hope that you can understand a little bit. I'm a Texas guy. I live here in the Dallas-Fort Worth area. You know, we've got a few things we're going to talk about, and I just want to get it out. I want to have a few minutes to talk about the hill country of Texas and what's going on down there, and a couple things that are really fucking pissing me off a lot, you know, especially on Facebook and some of the other social media platforms. You know, I'm a dad, so I can't say I get it, but I do get it in a very small fucking platform, if I can say. I've never lost a child or anything like that. You know what's going on down there in Kerrville and San Antonio. Austin area in the whole country of Texas. If you're not from here, maybe you don't 100% know where that's at. It's down on the Guadalupe, and some of the river systems that are down there. It's a great place to go. It's super fun. Never, honestly, in my opinion, never thought that it could turn into what it did, and it just, fuck. It really kind of grabs me as a dad. If my kids were down there and nobody knew this was going to really happen. I mean, it happened, you know, the kids are down there every year. It's a Christian camp. It's around the Guadalupe, and it's very, very unfortunate what happened, and it really pulls at me hard. And I made a few comments on Facebook, and you got all these bullshit fucking posts that are going out from all these fuckers that want fucking clicks, and they want their shit, and they're trying to, you know, get their shit from a really horrible fucking tragedy. You know, these are little kids and people that give a shit about kids. And that's not really what this podcast is about. But I want everybody to understand, you know, here in Texas, you know, we're the real fucking deal. You know, in Oklahoma, I want to add them to it because I'm originally from Oklahoma, but I've lived in Texas for almost the last 20 years. So I like to consider myself a Texan because, you know, I've contributed to the area, and I know what goes through the Texas brain, you know, especially being from Oklahoma. We're a little different than everyone else, but I tell you what, man, you know, you kick us in the fucking mouth, I promise you, man, we're coming back, you know. Same with Oklahoma. And I just, to all the parents that are out there, man, there's nothing that I can say, and there's nothing I can do. And living here and knowing that you're only 2 hours south of me, you know, I don't want this to be one of those things, but man, motherfucker, those little girls and you know what, I pray for you, and I hope that everything turns out in a positive note, and it's not, for the most part. But I do give a shit, and I do have a family, and I do have kids, and there's nothing I can say or do. But if you can get out and help, and you are from Texas, please do your part and do the things that you can do to, you know, do the little things that you can do. It's a somber note to a very shitty situation, and it fucking absolutely sucks. And those kids don't deserve that. Nobody deserves that. They came up fast, and quit blaming fucking Trump, and quit blaming fucking Elon Musk and all the shit that's going out there trying to just fuck off. That is not what this is about. This is not a political fucking push. Eat a dick. I just want you to know that I give a shit and that I really, honestly, I'm a little choked up and it's tough. So I hope they find the rest of those kids, and I hope they find the rest of everybody else. And I know that we're at 80 deaths, and it fucking sucks. And it absolutely, I mean, it's down the fucking street from me, and it fucking sucks, and I don't like it. And you know what? I don't care who you are. I don't care if you're from fucking Afghanistan. I don't care if you're from fucking Africa, Russia. I don't give a good fuck. If you're a kid and you got a good fucking heart and you're there, man, it's pretty much put you in your place. So anyway, pray for everybody that's out there, and I hope everything turns out great. On to the podcast. And it's going to be not what I wanted it to be, but it is what it is. But I want people to understand that I actually give a shit, and I do care. And, I've been here for almost 20. I mean, I've been coming to Texas since I was a little boy. And between Texas and Oklahoma, we're some two tough motherfuckers. We're two tough motherfuckers, and we take care of our own. So everybody else, you're either on board or you're not. Anyway, on to the original podcast that I wanted to start out with. I didn't know that we were going to have this crazy fucked up tragedy. I'm a Gen X guy, and I'm a Gen X dad, and I grew up in in that genre, in that era. The things that we had were super fucking cool for us. It's nothing like what you guys had today. It's nothing. But the thing that I want to talk about today, and this definitely goes down to kids' realm. The 5 best arcade video games of the 80s, and maybe, just maybe, you played them. Or maybe you're that adult and you can relate to it, and it's going to be a multi-segment because it's fun, and hopefully you comment and you can get into it and you can give me your reactions and your thoughts on it. But the best ones that you just dumped pockets and pockets full of quarters and you waited your time in line to play them. Now, there are certain games that you truly had to wait in line to play them. You didn't just walk up and play these games. And it doesn't exist. These were in the arcade. And if you don't know what an arcade is, and it's not what you think today. You see these arcades that are literally fabricated to try to get you sucked in to what we went through. It's not the same shit. It's not Aladdin's castle. You know what I'm saying? I mean, in the mall. When's the last time you went to a mall and played a video game? Yeah, we're done. It's not going to happen. But the games that were on there, and, I'll throw them out. There's 5 and there's so much more than 5. But these were the top one. This is the one that I had to wait. I could have waited 30, maybe an hour just to jump on the motherfucker. Donkey Kong. And you're like, I'm going to be shit. Yeah, well, you're not from the fucking 80s. You don't know what you're fucking talking about. Go back to your dungeon and eat Cheetos and Vaseline and do your shit. The other one's Miss Pac-Man. The other one's Joust, Tron, and just, I love them all, but this was one of my favorite ones because it was the first cartoon animated video game of its time. So amazing. If you've never played it, it's super fucking cool. Dragon's Lair. It was basically we'll get into it in a minute, but super cool. And those games just stand the test of time. Everybody's looking for the classics. And, it's especially us as the older generation, the Gen X, the 45 to 60-year-old people. These games, they were fucking everything to us, man. We lived it. We wanted to be in the game. We wanted to attack it. We wanted to grasp it. We didn't have enough fucking quarters, man. There were not enough quarters. You always were running up asking your mom for more fucking money to put in the change machine. You know what I'm talking about. You're 100%. There's no way you're full of shit and you're lying to yourself if you're from my genre that you didn't ask for more quarters. There's just absolutely no way. But Donkey Kong, man, the hammer, the barrels, saving the girl from the pie factories to oh my God, it just was such super cool. Because all you kids today, if you're listening and you don't understand where we come from, you don't get it. You would not have what you have today if we didn't have the fucking shitty games that we had when we were younger. And they weren't shitty back in those days. They were so super mega fantastic. They are literally, these games are your Fortnite and your, first person shooters and all that stuff. I don't want to go into details. Kind of a dark day for me, but I want to talk about it a little bit because it's super cool. Mrs. Pac-Man. Are you kidding me? Pac-Man was freaking cool, man. It was super fucking cool. But Miss Pac-Man changed everything. The bow tie, running around, the way it was set up. The chicks loved Miss Pac-Man. They loved it. And if you were a girl and you didn't like Miss Pac-Man, I can't even say you were a lesbian because you just, I don't know. I was a guy and I loved it. I don't give a crap. Miss Pac-Man is so much fun. It was so cool. Learning the moves, learning the patterns, all that stuff. Just super cool. It's like Donkey Kong, man. There were, if in today's world, if you don't understand what a pattern is that the designers set it up to where you could do certain moves. As long as you got it right, you could achieve and win the stage. And now it's like, it's fucking random. You don't fucking know. But Miss Pac-Man totally set up for patterns. Eating the dots, hitting the dills, the big old whatever, eating the ghosts, all that shit. If you got it right, man, you could kill. Got it wrong, suck shit. Joust. It's the next one. Oh my God, I love Joust. So cool. Flying the birds, flying the giant chickens. Hitting the guys that were flying the other birds. Getting the eggs, getting to the egg stages, getting all that stuff. Man, it was just so cool. You're there with your buddies, you're doing all your stuff, and hopefully I'm bringing back a little bit that you can remember. This is before drinking and all that stuff. I mean, you were just literally, you just couldn't get enough of it. Tron. Oh my God. Tron was so like next level. You had the joystick and then you had the big spinny wheel. And you had to go in and you had to shoot the pylons and all that crap. And, it was just so cool because it was based on the movie. If you ever seen the movie Tron from the 1980s, man, you wanted to be Tron. You just literally wanted to be Tron. You wanted to kill it. You wanted to just smoke it. You wanted to get it done. And, from the tanks to the pylons to the light cycles to, God, it just was so badass, man. It was so super fucking cool, man. Now, on the Dragon's Lair, they changed everything. Dragon's Lair was a cartoon that you could play. Super fucking badass. Now, you're Dirk the Daring. You're trying to save the girl. You have a dragon. You have all these things. If you've never, just look it up. And if you've never played Dragon's Lair, hit yourself in the head with a tack hammer, because you obviously didn't live in that day. Because anybody who was from the 1980s knows who the fuck Dragon's Lair is. I'm just going to be honest with you. And it was just absolutely amazing. And Dragon's Lair, it's second to none. I want to play it to this day, and I have, and it's so hard to beat that damn game just because of the way that it's set up. It's not easy. You got to work so hard to take it out. But the way it's set up, it's just so cool, man. So if you are younger and you don't know what Dragon's Lair is, man, look all these up. Donkey Kong, Ms. Pac-Man, Joust, Tron, Dragon's Lair. These are just mega classics. And I just barely scratched the surface. There's so much more. And I want to talk about some more because they're so much fun. And if you've never played them, or if you have, maybe this will get you back into it to actually jump in and get you a little taste of that love. But on from the video games from the 80s. The 80s didn't just give us video games. The 80s set up a lot of things. How about cellular phones? Everybody's got an iPhone. Everybody's got an Android phone. Everybody has all these phones. You can sit there, you got GPS, you got the internet. Everything is at your fucking fingertips. And that's what makes everybody smart today. Makes them just fucking geniuses because they fucking got the Google at their hands. But in reality, most of these kids that don't know shit don't know where it really came from. So let's just jump into it. My first cellular phone was in 1986. And most kids today could never, ever, ever fucking comprehend on what I had. It was in my Bronco 2. If you are from my age, you know what a Bronco 2 is. Not that bullshit Bronco shit they just came out with. A Bronco 2. It was Ford's attempt to jump on and bring out the original Bronco from the 50s. Late 50s, early 60s. And it was super cool. Well, anyway, my father asked me if I wanted my brother's Bronco when he was in college. My immediate reaction was, fuck yeah. I wanted it. He had the rims. It had a little bitty baby lift kit on it, which, was raised up a little bit. And it was just the coolest shit ever. And all my friends were asking me, going, did you take the truck? I was like, hell yeah, I took that damn truck. Not a truck, but you know what I mean. It had the swinging hitch on the back like a Jeep, with the tires on the back. It was badass, man. It had V6 in it. Bitch, go anywhere. But anyway, it's not about the truck or the SUV or whatever you want to call it. It was my first real vehicle. Well, my dad was at a point that said, hey, look, he was a doctor, so I'm not like acting like I got some spoon in my mouth, some silver spoon or gold spoon. He's like, well, you need to be connected, because he had cell phones at that time, or a cell phone in his car, in his Cadillac. Now, from Cellular One, I picked up the vehicle, and he said, look, I need you to run down Cellular One. Who the fuck is Cellular One, right? Cellular One has been around a really long time. So, and my Bronco 2 was a full drive. It's hardwired in. Like, what's a hardwired deal? Hardwired basically means it's wired into the truck. They drilled a hole through the vehicle. They plugged it into the battery. They basically put an antenna on the roof that was about 2 feet tall. Had a coily deal on it. You know what I'm talking about if you're from my age and you're from my world. It had the push, the push button. It had the green LCD on there. That's how you dialed. That's literally how you fucking dialed. It literally weighed the handset probably weighed close to, I don't know, maybe half a pound to a pound or something like that. And I know you know what I'm talking about because you're probably going, oh my Jesus, you had one of those? Holy shit, you were rich. No, I was not rich. My dad had a lot of money. I didn't have shit. I lived in Florida. But anyway, the stuff that you have today is not real. It's literally unlimited. Everything you have is fucking unlimited. Oh, unlimited text, unlimited fucking talking, unlimited data. You can surf the net. You can fucking talk to the moon. You can go to Mars. You can take your girlfriend to dinner. That did not fucking exist back in those days. We had what we like to call is per minute. Yeah, per minute. We paid by the fucking minute. It was ridiculous. To today's terms, it's totally fucking ridiculous. I think it was $3 a minute per minute. That's every 60 seconds. And the thing is it doesn't matter, and you may have a hard time dealing with this, is that if you talk for 15 fucking seconds, that costs you $3 fucking. If you talk for a minute and 10 seconds, that's fucking $6 fucking or $8, whatever the fuck it is. Ridiculous. Texting? What the fuck is texting? Texting didn't exist. There was no texting in those days. You couldn't go, 111-333-222-111, I love you. No, that shit didn't exist. That doesn't fucking exist. So, with that being said is, that was my first cellular phone. And I'll be honest with you. Everybody that saw it thought I was the shit. It would be like you having a flip phone today and an iPhone 16 Pro Max. I mean, literally. Because people would be like, God dang, that guy's got the shit. He must be rich. But it wasn't me. It was my dad. And he wanted to put it on there, and I wasn't really supposed to use it. I did abuse it at the time because I'm just like the young generation at that time. Stupid, dumb, think I got all figured out, and jacked up bills. And my dad fucking put a cap on it, and that's just the way it is. But it is what it is, and it ain't what it ain't. On to the last one. And, you probably don't know about this. But there were some outdoor games. So if you're part of this and you know what I'm talking about, please tell me. Write it in the comments. Tell me whatever. What are the games that could literally end your life because it was an outdoor game? An outdoor game. I got the ultimate. I have the ultimate. And I could probably bring it back, and you probably go, oh, shit, fucking Joe, are you kidding me? I forgot about those. Jarts. They were basically lawn darts. Lawn darts were absolutely amazing. My mom got me a set, and they were these giant lead heads with these 3 fins on the back, and you would grab them, and they had these little halos you could throw them whenever, and you throw them up in the air, and you try to get them in, and you get points for getting them into the plastic areas. What they didn't tell you is that if it hit you in the head, it would probably put you in a fucking coma and take you out of the planet. And jarts were huge. They're massive. And there's several games that they had to actually take off the market because of that. And if you ever were stupid enough to get hit by one, well, I mean, I'm sorry. You really should have looked up and paid attention. But they were pretty cool. And they were super fucking deadly. They were super, super deadly. And, I threw one up one time in my front yard. And it went up. And because I was trying to be, I'm young. I'm young, man. I'm like you guys. I know everything. Lost control. My mom's brand new Honda car. She doesn't even know what happened. And it's totally fucking lucky. Totally lucky. Went up, came down, and it just cracked the bottom side of her windshield on the interior that goes down behind the windshield wipers. And that's all I'm going to say. I don't want her to hear this and come in and slap me because she's 80 years old. And she could. And I do not want that to happen. Oh, shit. What the fuck news? What the fuck news? What a fucked up world we live in. I'll be honest with you. We literally live in a time that is just completely, absolutely batshit crazy. I do not understand. I try very hard. I try to be compassionate. I try to grab a hold of it. I try to understand. I do. I totally try to understand. I really, really do. And I fucking can't. And I'm going to be honest with you. I'm going to be blunt. I cannot fucking understand. And if you don't like cussing and stuff like that, well, then find another podcast, because this is obviously not for you. But I want you to understand that we just live in such a fucked up world that, you know, it takes a Supreme Court ruling to get men out of women's fucking sport. I mean, come on, man. I'm serious. Come on. This transgender shit and all this other shit, you know, women wanting to be men and men wanting to be women. And it's so much fucking worse that men want to be women more than women want to be men. That they're trying so fucking hard to be something that they're not. You're never going to be a fucking woman, dude. You're never going to be. I don't care how long you grow your hair. I don't care how you put shit under your boobs and make them look like they're fake fucking tits. I don't care that you want to pretend you're having a menstrual cycle. You're never going to have a uterus. You're never going to bear a child. You're never, ever, ever, motherfucker, you're never, ever. And this just fucking pisses me off. And I'm sorry that I got to be this way, but it absolutely fucking infuriates me that men try so hard, because they're such pieces of shit, weakling motherfuckers, that they've got to go jump in a women's sport because they can't make it in a man's sport. So you got to go beat up on a woman. And I'm not taking anything away from women. Women are fucking tough. I've seen badass women. I've seen women do a lot of shit. It's not fair. And it doesn't matter what a woman does. A woman, I don't want a woman that has to try to justify herself to try to be so tough that she can take out a man that's in her, swimming, boxing, any of it. That man is a flat out puss. He's a puss. And the reason he can't do it is because he's got to get in a woman's sport to try to justify why he is what he is. And you know what? You're not a fucking woman. You're a damn guy pretending to be a woman, and you're a woman pretending to be a guy. But you don't see, you never hear about the transgender women trying to jump into the men's sport. Do you know why? Because it's just not, I'm not knocking women. I'm not like that guy, oh, well, women can just whip your ass. That's not what I'm saying. What I'm saying is, if you run the numbers and you put it out there, women are just not built to compete with men. Men are just physically built different and more superior for a physical standpoint versus women. That's not saying that women are inferior to men. What I'm saying is that women are built to be stronger in other areas, but not sports. And it's so disgusting, and they should be fucking ashamed, because they're pieces of shit, and they're screwing up women's dreams that they've worked so fucking hard for to be something that they want to be. And some fuck-ass fucking man that grew his hair out, put lipstick on and eyelashes, comes in and just shreds it away. Well, fuck that guy. He's a piece of shit. And I'm not going to sugarcoat it, because I just absolutely cannot fucking stand that, because he's a piece of shit. You're a fucking guy. You're never going to be a woman. And the thing is women should compete against women and men should compete against men. And it just absolutely pisses me off. And I wish those motherfuckers, and it sucks that they have to basically bring it out to where it's the Supreme Court, but they did. And with that being said, Have a fantastic day.
Welcome to the Joey